Thank you very much, Mr. Sasa, for asking me the question. The question which states that the CCC has called on dialogue on electoral reforms, not necessarily government of national unity. Do you think this is the way forward in creating a peaceful elections environment? But let me categorically state that as the MDC, we've always been calling for dialogue from the year 2020 until today. And the dialogue that we've been calling for was an inclusive dialogue of all political parties, including civic organizations and traditional leaders. And the dialogue is also looking at necessarily reforming the electoral body, Zimbabwe Elections Commission, as well as the electoral reforms that we expect from the ZANU-PF ruling party. Our call for dialogue was never aimed at forming a government of national unity. We were calling on a dialogue to look at the reforms that we think are necessary. Because if you look at the composition of ZEC, ZEC is composed of members of the executive, including members from the Central Intelligence Organization, including members from the military. And if you look at the Chief Elections Officer, Utwile Salaigwana, he is also a member from the military. And his military background, his loyalty is to the Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. And the Commander-in-Chief of the Zimbabwe Defense Forces is none other than the President of the day, Comrade Emmerson Mnangagwa. So do you really think that he is going to announce an election that is not favorable to Emmerson Mnangagwa? That's number one. We are also advocating for the inclusion of the diaspora vote as the MDC. So the call by CCC for dialogue is nothing new. There is nothing new about that, because we have been calling for dialogue around those very same reforms that they are calling for today. So there is no news about it. It's not news to me. It's not news to the world, because the MDC is the forerunner to call for dialogue. Unfortunately, it was misconstrued as if we want something out of it. But what we want definitely is to see the lives of Zimbabwean people improve. We want to see our electoral system improve.